and handsome people, and welcome back to Uniquely Sorrel. I am Sorrel, and as you see, I am here with a guest. This is Zion. He is a poet, a spoken word artist, and I am so excited to introduce him to you guys. And today, what we are going to be talking about is kind of his journey, why he started a spoken word, what encourages him to even speak to people in this powerful way. So stay tuned because I'm going to show you guys a portion of his video entitled Poisons. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get to know Zion.
I kinda lost my brain. It's somewhere in the fast lane, doing about 106. The devil's controlling my frame. I've got 3 passengers in the whip, 2 girls, 1 boy, and that's it. Till they take out their poison of 3 of money, alcohol, and weed. See, we bump into 107.5 and trying to keep it live until all the jams go off. We flip over to 106 and park cause it's only 12 o'clock. We've got the whole day ahead of us cause I'm only 19. I've got my whole life to be spiritually clean, to be washed by the blood of God. So for now, let's party on until the sun starts to fade away. But hold on, it's still the middle of the day. I check the clock. 1:30 is where it stops, so I know my brain must be tripping or a mix of my magic 3. All of a sudden it starts to rain, but I know I'm not insane. That's when the sky breaks like glass and a face pops in between. All of my passengers got shook, and to the sky they look to see the face of God and scream, "Holy is the Lord." And I say no. What about our poison of 3 of money, alcohol, and weed? That's when I took a look in the mirror and I saw that the devil was actually me. So I flipped the car around and I headed for hell, inbound. All of my passengers start to scream and they try to get away, but it doesn't really matter because the door is on child lock anyway.
Didn't you guys love that video? Like, oh my gosh, that was just so powerful. I want to know what you guys thought. I want you to comment down below what you thought of Zion's poetry. Let us know down below. So Zion, what is it that you do? Like, tell us about yourself.
So I'm 22 years old. I'm in college. I'm a senior right now. In the video, it says I was 19 years old, so it was a couple years ago. I wrote that probably 8 years ago, which is crazy to me. I study psychology and I have a minor in English, so I enjoy doing everything poetry related when it comes to my English minor. I love to deep think and all that other good stuff, which actually allows me to really get into the poetry.
Wow, so he's definitely an intellectual deep thinker, so that really sparks his interest with the whole poetry and spoken word thing. So I really like that. It's very interesting. What is the meaning of poisons? What's the meaning behind it?
Well, at the time, I just felt like there was so much negativity, and especially where we live in Chicagoland area. There's just so much negativity going on, and my thing was I wanted to shed some light on those things, especially for people that were my age, and people of all ages actually. People actually deal with a lot of different things when it comes to the psychological perspective. People deal with addictions of all different sorts. So what I wanted to do was shed some light on those different addictions. In the poem, we saw that there's money, alcohol, and there's weed. So those are some of the major things that are taking root in the youth of Chicago and the youth of the world. So I wanted to really take a focus on that and say, we need to help our youth understand that there are issues that are really rooted in these things.
Yeah, that's powerful. That's great. So what inspired you to even write this piece?
Oh man, so honestly it was nothing but God. I was asleep on the floor because that's where you get the good sleep. I was asleep on the floor and I remember rolling over and my notebook was just always right next to my bed, and I rolled over and just had this wave of energy, this new energy, and I just started writing, and it all just flowed out. It was one of the most God touching experiences in my life, where I just knew that God had taken my hand and took control of everything that was going on in that process. So it was really just a God-led experience, and he just wrote everything for me, and I just happened to memorize it and perform it. So that's where it all came from.
I love how you said God gave you like this new energy. And it's like, that's where the passion comes from, and that's how you know that you're supposed to be doing something, when it just comes naturally, and it's like you're not even trying to do it. It's just like literally God told you, take your pen and like just start writing stuff out. So I think that's definitely the power also behind his piece Poisons, because he was literally led by God to do this. It wasn't just like, oh, let me do this for attention. It was literally like, let me do this for God and his people in the Chicagoland area and all over the world that may see this video. I really like that. That's so inspiring.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a difference between me writing as myself and God writing through me. There's a huge difference. There's a great disparity. Me writing, I'm a decent writer, but God's words actually move and shift and create new things. So that's what I wanted this poem to do, was to speak to other people in ways that I can't actually do. So
awesome. So why do you think people need to hear this?
Because it's relevant. Just because it's relevant. I think that there are a lot of people that struggle with these things, that struggle with these addictions. I personally haven't dealt with these addictions. I haven't been addicted to any of these things, which is, glory to God. But I just know so many people that are, and so many people that deal with things like this, that I wanted them to feel like they're not alone, that they're, they're not struggling on their own. So that's why I feel like people need to hear it, because they can connect to it. It's something that's real. It sounds like something that, I've been through myself. And I'm glad that God could put that in me, put that feeling in me that makes other people feel like I've been through this, that I feel their pain and their struggle. So I just wanted them to know that, they're not alone, and that other people have dealt with this, and through the grace of God, they can get through it as well.
Amen. And I know that in the Poisons piece, you mentioned a lot of scriptures and a lot about Christ. So what propelled you to even talk about God in this? Why is God so important to you?
Well, considering that God is the author and the finisher of our faith, God is also the author and the finisher of this piece.
Glory to God.
There wasn't a lot that I had to do with it, other than me being the vessel that He chose to use at the moment. So if you want to know about it, you just got to ask the Father. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Just ask the Father.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, amen. Zion, thank you so much for being with us. I really appreciate you sharing your story with us.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. And do not forget to check his link down in the description box, entitled Poisons. That's his poetry, so go check it out. And do not forget, guys, you already know, to focus, inspire, speak, and be unique, because you all are. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell, and I will see you guys next time.
And it's me that's been made over. No more weed, no more alcohol, no more love and money. That's when I yell to God, I'm sorry, and He says, son, don't worry about it. Just come join our holy party.